international spy plane down in Nicaragua. He was carrying Guardrail 9, a multifunction Black Ops communications asset. Yesterday, Nicaraguan rebels made contact with a paramilitary group here in Mexico City. We now have SFC Joe Ramirez on the ground. He has confirmed a deal is taking place. You must retrieve the package and get it back to the extraction point. This Black Hawk will be on standby for support and extraction. To repeat, Objective 1 is reach Ramirez's position.
Understood. Reach Ramirez's position. Got it, bud. Let's do it.
Excellent. Good to have you aboard, Scott. You are now weapons free.
I'm captain ground to ride this world approach. When the wind began to howl.
Which highlights today's events. The U.S. President has joined the Canadian Prime Minister and the Mexican President in Mexico City to sign NASJA, the North American Joint Security Agreement, a historic new policy designed to share the policing responsibilities along the borders of these three countries and to hopefully curtail the illegal immigration and movement of drugs, weapons, and terrorists in the hemisphere. As part of this groundbreaking agreement, 50 U.S. tanks have been given to the Mexican Army and are now on display at Camp Chapultepec in Mexico City.
Incoming video, stand by. Patching in now.
And moments ago, during the ceremonial signing of NASJA, the first ever North American security sharing agreement, Mexican soldiers opposed to the treaty stormed Zocalo Plaza. And we've just now received word that earlier reports indicating the Canadian Prime Minister was killed have now been confirmed.
So what do we know about the gentleman? The Canadian Prime Minister is dead, and we do not have President Ballantyne's present 20. Repeat, the President is missing. The Mexican Vice President has asked for our immediate support, so you will proceed to VIP-1's last known position, his vehicle, near Zocalo Plaza.
Mitchell, you have Captain Spolin and Abreu on site. We need you to ensure VIP-1's safety until we can arrange access for an extraction. Reinforcements from Pendleton are on the way. In the meantime, Marines at the embassy are en route to this position.
Understood. Blackhawk 4 moving to that position. Buckle up, gentlemen. The radio chatter says this is going to be a hornet's nest. We'll be landing low and fast, so grab a rail.
Thanks, Captain.
You can thank me later. We're not out of here yet.
Look at these streets. My people. What happened? What did I do wrong?
Most of your military are still behind you, Mr. President. You'll be safe at our embassy until we can sort this out.
Hey guys, I've got incoming video. Hang on. Patching in.
And while we still have no word on the whereabouts of Mexican President Ruiz Peña, sources have now confirmed that President Ballantyne is on his way out of the country.
Well, they didn't get that one right. The President will remain grounded until we can secure the airport perimeter.
We have additional reports that the coup has been spearheaded by a secret Mexican military group called Aguila Siete, or the Seven Eagles. They're led by Carlos Ontiveros, the son of General Ontiveros.
Carlos Ontiveros, I knew it!
President Ruiz Peña, I need to know all you can tell me about Carlos Ontiveros.
He's like his father. Tough, a very hard man. He has the complete loyalty of his men. I knew he and his father were opposed to NASJA, but I had no idea. And he's lethal. Afraid of nothing.
Afraid of nothing? We'll soon find out. He's about to see a ghost.
Scott, listen up. You have a rebel convoy incoming. You need to leave the APC and neutralize the convoy. Repeat, destroy the enemy convoy.
Captain. Senor Presidente. I'm General Martin, and I have operational command of forces on the ground. Seems you're already in contact with General Keating. Captain, looks like you did a great job down there.
Thank you, sir.
My gratitude to you and your men knows no end. And you can be sure of my full cooperation. This country must be put back in the hands of its people.
Okay. We are working closely with those in the Mexican military still loyal to President Ruiz Peña, and have identified 7 key zones of engagement. These are your assignments. Jennifer Burke will take the airport. We have reports of rebel ADAs. We need those cleared before we can get the President into the air. Salvatore will be responsible for the Shanty sector. David Foster will proceed to Chapultepec. We need to secure those tanks. And finally, Captain Mitchell, I'll need you for something a little bit special. The rebels have set up a strong point on the hill overlooking Avenida Suarez, essentially blocking our movement into the city. It is a very well-entrenched position, with overwatch of the entire street. That position must be neutralized. In all, we've identified multiple hard targets. We've ID'd bunkers on the camp perimeter, and a couple of towed anti-tank batteries. We suspect mortars and machine guns, but cannot confirm any numbers at this time. Your mission will be to secure the zone and open up the highway. You can't move until you've cleared it out. Understood?
General, sir, our intel says the tanks are, at present, not loaded.
See that? It's already looking rosier. Okay. We will run a combined force op. Mitchell and his team will proceed to the north sector to secure the release of our tank trainers.
Understood, General.
Good. And Captain Foster will secure maintenance and storage sheds south of the barracks to liberate tank munitions.
Copy that, General. Just say the word.
Once we've recovered a few tanks and put them into operation, the barracks compound should fall without much of a fight. So let's get on it, men!
One more thing, General. Air Force One is still grounded. We need to move VIP-1. Repeat, quarterback to roll out of the pocket. ASAP. General Martin, we've run a few scenarios up here, and we now believe that Carlos Ontiveros and his Mexican paramilitary group called Aguila 7 are using our stolen Guardrail 9 to disrupt our communications on the ground long enough to buy time and sympathy from the international community. Perhaps in an attempt to sabotage NAJSA. In short, we do not believe that Ontiveros wants the president dead any more than we do.
Roger that, but I won't believe it until we got VIP-1 standing on the west lawn. Captain Salvatore, I need a sit-rep.
We've still got numerical superiority, but I don't know how long that'll last, sir.
APC, give Salvatore your ETA.
Captain Salvatore, I'm en route with Captain Mitchell to your position. Can you guide me in? You gotta drop off outside the area. Alleys are too tight and too hot. We got intense activity in this zone.
VIP-1 is on board and ready to roll.
Mitchell, you need to ask the president what happened to the football.
Mr. President, I've got General Keating asking about the location of Captain Bolin and the suitcase he was carrying, sir.
When I last saw him, he was shooting. Then an explosion brought a wall down, and I didn't see him again.
General, the President lost contact with Captain Bolin during the attack.
We've got activity on the suitcase's position, but we're still unable to establish contact with Captain Bolin.
Mitchell, we need to recover Bolin's suitcase. Soonest.
Mr. President, they'll take you from here. Stop this vehicle.
Mr. President, our troops have contained General Ontiveros in the center of the city. All civilians have been evacuated. On your orders, we are ready to move on his position.
Mr. President, this is Lieutenant Barnes in the Crisis Center. We have a development that concerns...
They have the suitcase too, sir.
The suitcase only contains my ID and launch codes. It can't put a bird in the air.
Except their possession of both Guardrail 9 and your launch codes may have a connection, sir.
The Russians and Chinese have detected activity at NORAD and have moved to a heightened security level. Given the current situation, you must go to DEFCON 2, Mr. President.
He's right. We have no choice. Move to DEFCON 2. Captain Mitchell, find that suitcase.
Consider it done, Mr. President.
The suitcase's tracker signal is being jammed by the guardrail. We have its last position tag 2 clicks out from your position. You should have it on your HUD.
And the fighting is intense throughout the downtown area, with many American casualties. Even more alarming are reports now coming into our studio that both the Chinese and Russian ambassadors have demanded an immediate American withdrawal.
Mitchell, rebel forces converged on us when our comm system crashed. Command and control in all sectors has been greatly compromised. As of now, you're my highest-ranking officer on the ground. It's up to you, son.
We'll assume Carlos has the suitcase in his possession. Ghost must reach the palace and seize the package before the Russians and Chinese get even more nervous.
Affirmative. Mitchell, here's the situation on the ground. You'll lead a flank attack with army support up this avenue. It must be cleared so our convoy can reach the palace.
Avenue cleared, then proceed to palace. Understood.
General Keating, I've got men at the railway station securing Guardrail 9. I'm now being told that part of the device is missing. Something called a transcom.
The transcom is the heart of Guardrail 9, General. It can lock onto and access practically any wireless communication network.
What are we talking about?
That this isn't over yet, sir. They still have the transcom. Maybe it's as I said. Maybe there is someone on the inside working with Ontiveros.
You mean one of us? Impossible.
We have incoming video. Stand by.
And from what we're seeing, it looks like U.S. forces are making a final push on Zocalo Plaza, where they're meeting with stiff resistance from rebels loyal to General Ontiveros, who we've now learned has barricaded himself with his aides inside Palacio Nacional as he makes his final bid to win international support for the coup.
General Martin, if you're still interested in the suitcase, we've got a SAT image showing its current position inside Palacio Nacional. It's most probably with General Ontiveros.
What can they do with the suitcase now? I want that damn transcom, whatever it is.
Negative, Bulldog. Washington wants the suitcase first.
Hey, boy, we're almost out of here. Where they got you heading next, partner?
I really don't have anything, at the moment, planned, or I don't really have any,
Hey, buddy, you okay? What's up?
Actually, I do have something that I wanted to...
I always had grave problems with that man, Captain Mitchell. From my earliest days at the Academy, you could say that he never appreciated my talents.
Why don't you put that bird down, you coward? Then we'll see really how talented you are.
No, that would make things too easy, especially since I would expect that you're looking for this. Of course, by the time you retrieve it,
You haven't succeeded yet, Carlos.
Of course I have. Farewell, Mitchell.
I'll save my goodbyes for when I see you, Carlos. And that'll be real soon.
Am I on? Okay. Captain Mitchell, this is the President. After everything you've been through, including saving my life, I have to call on you one last time. NORAD's network security has been breached. 4 of our ICBMs have gone off the grid. Russia and China have itchy fingers and sketchy intel, so they've just raised their security levels. I'd say they're minutes from taking us beyond the point of no return. Mitchell, you must stop Carlos. We're talking about minutes, soldier.
Just wanted to commend you on some excellent work out there, Captain Mitchell. And I've got something you'll be interested to know. General Ontiveros had help from influential people within the U.S. in his attempts to block NATSA. I'm patching some video through. Stand by.
And we are now being told that retired U.S. General James Monroe was arrested moments ago for what some believe is his involvement in Mexico's failed coup attempt.
Well, that explains how Carlos was able to hack his way into NORAD's computer. He had help on the inside.
Precisely. General Monroe opposed any idea of a joint security agreement with Canada and Mexico, and pursued all means at his disposal to stop it.
But I still don't understand why.
He thought the best way to derail NADSA was to overthrow the Mexican government and put close friends like General Ontiveros in power, even if it meant scaring the Russians and Chinese and putting the whole world on the edge of nuclear annihilation. And to think, it almost worked.
$3,000.